All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is done. Just did the interview with Coco, and I'm going to play it for you right now. We will talk more after this. Here she is, the winner of Big Brother Australia 2025. It's Coco.
Hey, yep.
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on?
What's up? I don't know what's going on with you. You've had a big 24 hours, I assume. What's been tell me what's been happening.
It's been a big day today. It's like, it's been an early start, and looking forward to knocking off.
Oh, yeah. Is this, I assume this is one of your last media calls?
Yeah, close to it.
And then what are you guys doing? I saw you and Bruce were got to White Water World earlier today. What's up?
We were.
Awesome.
That was so much fun today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've been on the Gold Coast, but you've been in the confines of 4 walls or 5 walls the whole time.
Yup. So it's nice to be out and about.
You've been hanging out with Bruce and Connor and Colin, but I assume you've been seeing the family as well. How's that been going?
I actually haven't got time to spend with my family right now. They've headed home, so I'm going to be flying home tomorrow to see them. Unfortunately, I only got 20 minutes with my kids last night, which was just another bittersweet feeling. Had to say goodbye, and I did reassure them that I wouldn't be going back into the Big Brother house, so they can call me at any time. So I just can't wait to get home tomorrow and just laugh it all up and have my babies back in my arms.
Yeah, totally. What has it been like? Well, you said you only got to see them for 20 minutes, and I assume you're going to be going home, seeing them, and also getting back to the beach and getting back to surfing. What was it like in there what was it like being in there without those things for your mentality? How did that affect you in there?
Oh, dude, it was literally an emotional roller coaster, that's for sure. 4 weeks feels like 4 months in that space.
Yeah.
A lot of heightened emotions, ups, downs, but there was heaps of belly laughs as well. So, it was such a great experience, and just so keen to get home and just, relax, get back to some norm, and just hang out with my kids.
You mentioned last night on the show that you hadn't really watched much of Big Brother before. What do you think made this the sort of right time to apply for the show for you?
Crazy timing. It was literally I was literally if you want my full story on it, I was literally sitting on the toilet one morning and I was flicking through my phone and something popped up on a story and I was like, oh, I'll apply for that. And so the next couple of days at the same time after my morning coffee, I just kept applying, kept adding to the application. And then when I got the call, I literally had forgotten that I had applied for this.
Yeah.
But back in 2014, I did go to Canberra and I auditioned. So I was 19 or something.
Yeah.
I'd only seen 1 episode, and so since then I'd only seen 1 more episode. But I'm really grateful that I didn't get on back then because I don't think I could have handled it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm only probably just ready now to handle something like that. And wow, I just didn't think. I honestly went in and I did not think that I was gonna take the win. That's for sure.
What do you think it is that's been the last 10 years of life experience for you that prepared you for the house this time around, do you think?
So much. I've gone through losing my dad. I've gone through divorce. I've gone through getting 2 tumours removed. I've gone through a lot of stuff in the last, the last 5 years especially has been pretty tough and brutal. But I feel like all of that's happened for a reason and it's prepared me for, in that house, you have to have resilience. And, I think I was able to get through that from everything that I'd actually endured in this life already.
Totally. Absolutely. I didn't know any of that, so that's fantastic. I was going to ask. I don't know how it managed to get out, but there was a sort of leak that I saw online that you did apply in 2014, so I was going to ask you about that, but that's crazy.
And that was such a crazy experience, a totally different experience to how you apply nowadays. But that was a bit of fun. And I actually said to my sister as I got off stage last night, I'm like, that trip down to Canberra that year, like, it paid off.
Do you think, I obviously think it was the right time for you going into the house, and obviously the audience responded to you well. What do you think it was about the audience? You don't have much of a gauge of what the fans are saying or doing or thinking about the housemates when you're in there, apart from the people on the tailspin ride at Dreamworld. What do you think it was that people that resonated about you with people, and did you expect the reception you got when you came out last night?
The reception that I got last night was literally mind-blowing. I was like, wait, hold on a second. These people are chanting my name. This is insane.
Yeah.
I actually, I did not think for a second, even with that ride going around, and they were saying everyone's names at times, and it was like, even when they'd say my name, sometimes I'd be like so overwhelmed by it. I'll be like, oh my God, I'm going inside. I need another coffee. No, in all honesty, I just went in and I was literally my true authentic self. And when my mum wrote that in her letter, I was like, okay, sweet, I'm all good. As long as my close family and friends know the true me, they could see that I was just literally living and breathing my true self. So I walked in there as myself and I've walked out literally the same person. So and it was tough at times for sure. There was so many times I wanted to burst at the seams and just be like, get me out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had those three little babies in the back of my mind, and it was all for them at the end of the day. Even just to make that decision to go on something like that was already such a huge thing for me, because I feel one, my whole life is on show, and then two, it's is people gonna think that I'm being selfish, leaving my two babies at home to do this for me, when in all actuality it was actually all for them. So
totally.
It was amazing. But last night when those kids hugged me, they did not want to let go. And they're crying. My mum's crying. I just looked over at my mum. I was like, Mum, you are so beautiful. I just loved that she was there to share that with me too.
It was a beautiful moment. You mentioned about the coffee. I gotta ask, there were not a lot of moments early on in the show. There were not a lot of moments where I was finding it hard to connect with or personally resonate with any of the characters in the show. And then I saw you stealing and stashing your own personal hideaway spot of coffee, and I thought, okay, that's what I would be doing if I was in there.
No one even did it, dude. I put a custard tart in the fridge one day, and I was like, for sure that's going to be gone tomorrow. 2 days later, that custard tart was still sitting there. I was like, no one else is hiding things.
It's wild. And I want to know, because we only sort of get the description of you saying you're doing it on the show, but then they don't exactly show it. I want you to paint a picture of your just quick steps of how you actually went about hiding that coffee.
Oh my God, dude, it was so funny. The last time I hid stuff, the coffee beans that I hid those right in front of Colin's eyes. Colin was standing in the kitchen. He's so off with the fairies, that kid. I was literally just pouring the coffee beans in, hopped up on top of the thing, put my all my Scotch fingers, put some mint slice up there, and he had no idea. He literally watched me do it and it didn't even click on. I was like, what the hell? I literally had to get up on the bench. But yeah, other times it was I actually got a little bit of a rise out of it, to be honest. It was kind of that kind of naughty, mischievous fun. I got 100%. A little bit of adrenaline rush. There was nothing else going on. I was just having my own little fun, to be honest.
It surprised me that Ed, when Ed, you admitted to stealing just a can of Coke, and you said, and I've been stealing coffee the whole time, and Ed didn't respond too well at all. But I mean, it's like like you said, I'm surprised that more people were not doing it for themselves.
Yeah, no, and then they're complaining about where's all the coffee going. I'm like, people are taking more than their share during their coffee break.
Yeah.
I'm bloody getting my coffee. I didn't go a day without coffee in that house, I don't think, but everyone else is just I've got a headache, I've got to have caffeine, dude, headache, I can't, and I was like, well, listen, mate, that's not I've got no worries.
Exactly. I think you got to do what you got to do to enjoy your time in there as much as you can.
Yeah, no, it was a bit of fun. I think I even played hide and go seek with myself at one stage and just cracking myself up. you go a bit loopy in that joint, but yeah, look, all in all, it was just such a fun experience, and it's like exceeded all my expectations. Obviously I had none because I didn't really know how the show worked. I went into like Big Brother so many times and I was like, dude, how do I be strategic? He's like, I can't tell you how to play the game, Coco. I was like, dude, I don't know how to do this. And then when I like found out people were like voting and doing it like strategically, it broke my heart. I was like, wait a second, what do you mean? I'm like voting with my heart here.
Yeah. That was weird. It all sort of felt very nice, and like everyone was one big loving family. And then people were going into the diary room and saying like, "Hey, I gotta be cut and dry with this. I gotta like knock them off the top because they're gonna be fan favorites." And I was like, "Oh no, that's so harsh." Like even though it is by definition a game, I guess.
Yeah. I just didn't want to play that game. I just didn't, and I didn't really know how. Like when I try and think about, right, this person's going to get this many points, I was like, wait, I'm confused again. Because you don't have pen or paper. I need pen and paper to like figure that stuff out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, because they weren't showing us the points on the screen either, and I was like struggling to add it up in my brain.
Yeah. Dude, I know, it's hard work.
I wanted to talk about, there were two, obviously, I'm sure you've heard this a million times today, but there were obviously two big romances in the show, one being Holly and Colin, the other being you and Bruce towards the end, and there was a sort of a bit of a struggle between you and Holly about a week or so ago, and I spoke to Holly and made brief mention of it, but what was it about what Holly said after she was evicted in the post-eviction chat that really sort of cut you deep?
I think, like, you know, at the end of the day, it was like just the words, they cut me deep, I guess, because like I was hanging out with her, and I feel like when someone judges your character like that harshly, it did just tear me down again. Like emotions are heightened in that small confined space. I felt like that judgment on my character was just so not right. It wasn't like, it did not translate to me. So I felt like, hold on a second, like you've been hanging out with me for so long. Like I was not expecting that, but at the end of the day, I've decided to leave all those negative things behind in the house, and it's water off a duck's back. I'm happy to just leave the conflict in the Big Brother house.
That's awesome. And I do got to ask, there was some criticisms on the outside about hypocrisies of at one point saying, like it's a PG show and seeing people kissing excessively and then things changing. In my opinion, it was all sort of like quite modest between you and Bruce, but did things sort of change for you once emotions got hot between you and Bruce and you fell a little bit for him?
Yeah, look, it was a very slow burn with Bruce and I, and obviously, like, with all the PDA talk around Holly and Colin, like, I really wanted to, like, tread lightly. I didn't want to step on anyone's toes, and it's why we hid it for so long. And then I think I even, like, got the courage up to, like, be like, wait, do you want to have a kiss, like, at the table, and, like, the last night?
Yeah.
And, look, it was, it wasn't something that we went in the house and we both, like, had this strict rule that we were not ever going to, like, we didn't want to meet anyone, and it didn't matter how good looking you are, that doesn't matter. But it just, I couldn't deny the fact that, like, the more I got to know him, the more I liked him.
Awesome. And you guys have been hanging out today. Things are different on the outside. Only time will tell, but there's plans to continue things and meet up at some point.
Yeah, for sure. Look, I'm happy. I'm happy just to get to know Bruce a bit better on the outside. I'm obviously going to go home for the next 3 weeks and just soak up my kids and up the Chrissy time with my fam.
Yeah.
And then, who knows? It'd be nice to chat off mic and without the audience watching us. Hey.
That's a weird thing that, I hadn't thought about. You have been your relationship has been under a microscope this whole time. So it's not, do you feel like when you're talking to him in there that there is like you're getting 100% you, or there is that like little thing in your subconscious that's going like, oh wait, there is a camera on me and many cameras on me?
Yeah, at the start, like, I was constantly, like, I think that's why I was, like, mumbling my words. Like, I was like, oh, how do I, like say this? And I'd, like, it just didn't translate properly. And then as time went on, you forget the cameras are there. Like, you just forget. Yeah. So, I mean, looking forward to just, having actual, normality and, chats off mic would be nice.
Reggie pointed out last night online, you and Emily with last two girls in Big Brother Australia that had made it to the finalists since Reggie's season in 2003 with Chrissy Swan. Reggie's obviously a lovable character that we still know today. Chrissy Swan's obviously a Australian television personality and radio personality that we all know. What do you think, and what do you want people to remember of you and your time in the house in years to come?
Look, in all honesty, just for people to feel like my personality really transpired and people were able to connect with that was insane for me, because I literally went in there and just wore my heart on my sleeve, and at times probably a little bit too much. I'm quite a sensitive soul, so it's touched a few people, and that's so endearing for me. I'm like, whoa, I'm so humbled.
Hey Coco, it was awesome talking to you, but we got to wrap. I got to say the biggest congratulations to you, because you did fantastic and everyone's super proud of you, and enjoy the prize money and enjoy the rest of the celebrations. Have fun.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Talk to you soon, Coco.
See ya.
All right, there it is. It is the winner of Big Brother Australia 2025. Her name is Coco. You know her and you love her because you voted for her. Big Brother is back at Dreamworld on the Gold Coast, and Coco is the new queen of the house. She's the queen of the show. Not only did she win $135,000, but she won Australia's hearts. Aww. Wanted to say a big thank you to the people at Paramount, the people at Channel 10, the girls that I work with and that I talk to on the phone and that I email. I won't say your names, but if you're listening, you know who you are. You guys are absolute superstars. I don't know how you do it. You email me in all hours of the night, letting me know what's going on. You guys work around the clock, and I don't know how you do it, and the show absolutely, obviously, would not have been possible without you guys, so thank you so much. I think we did 15 minutes. Yeah. I got specifically told not to go over 15 minutes, because your boy's famous for going over. And we may have just gone over, but it's not, hey, it's not my fault. Blame Coco. She was really fun to talk with. I had fun talking to her, and yeah. Hope you guys had fun watching Big Brother this season and listening to my show as well. I know people have been asking for retrospectives because that's what the show used to be, and hey, that's just not what the show is currently. It's not to say it will never be that again, but it is not that right now, and that's not entirely on my own volition. There's a hey, if someone comes along, maybe you say, a former housemate of Big Brother, or maybe a former host of this show that wants to co-host with me in future. I'd do that next season, which we can confirm is happening. It's returning next year. 99%, all but confirmed. I haven't been told directly. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Ben, and this has been It's Time to Go, a Big Brother Australia podcast. Peace.